I'm not saying it because I'm from I get it. Now, I'm not saying it because I'm from Igbo, but I'm saying it because that is because of truth. You can't generalize people based on one actor or two of them actors. Use because of that and generalize the whole race. No matter whether it's opinion or not opinion, it's a foolish comment. Now, let me tell you, it might be based on your experiences. The few people you met, treated you back. Does not mean the whole of it. You don't use based on the people you relate to me. Based on the experiences you know with them, then you generalize the other people. You don't know me. You've not related to them. I have no anything. If you want to condemn somebody based on his I never for one day supported him. I'm from Alu. I've never for one day supported him. Now I have my reason. Go to Alu. No, look at back and they are not in support of hope. Don't sit here and begin to talk about it. You know when something is bad, hold on. To find ways to what? No, we're wrong. I'm about to say that. Yes. No. I'm not ignorant by this man. No. I listened to the other man. But let's not be statement was that if you very clear. When you get support guys, well, and I try to know the reason why your action. Based on the way and you decided that you were ready to do anything very well. That's what you be there. I'm going to call my brother. Why do you not see the whole of life? Why you saying they are greedy? Why you saying they are wicked? You have grudges in your mind. You have grudges in your mind. What was there another body to now the system? What do you say? Okay, you go there. The genesis of awesome. Before we don't is able. Listen. Okay, listen. Listen. Olu agreed. They are wicked. Yes. He was just busy person, and others can all of them. You use the word all of them. You use the word all of them, and this man supported him. You went to marry this guy. I kept quiet. I was just busy. I get it. My brother. Okay. Okay, no more. Okay, no more. Okay, now let me face that. No, I don't know. I begin to know about this process.
Good morning, yeah, welcome to the program. This is Bystanders at the Newsstand. I'm Christian Chukwu. Once again, welcome to this beautiful and wonderful program in the city of Lagos. Welcome. Yes, we are right here in Ogba as we get people talking on the topical issues that we have this morning. Our analysts are here this morning. They are here to do justice to the newspaper headlines. Yes, this is the Bystanders. The bystanders are here celebrating on the topical reports that we have on our national dailies this morning. And also, we want you to be a part of the program. There's a link that will be posted on the live chat. Click on that link and join so that you can be a part of the program this morning. I am Christian Chukwu. Let's go straight to the newspaper headlines. But before we go straight, okay, let's start with the newspaper headlines. The Daily Sun. I will be the Daily Sun newspaper. I also have the New Telegraph. Let's start with the New Telegraph this morning. Our main headline this morning. The main headline: terrorists are threatening to kidnap Buhari, El-Rufai, and top government officials. Terrorists are threatening to kidnap Buhari, El-Rufai, and top government officials. Flog abducted train passengers vow to sell up hostages unless flog abducted train passengers vow to sell off hostages. There's a video circulating online. Just want us to. These the terrorists are mercilessly flogging the hostages. A video sent online. However, there are reports and reactions that they want to get the attention of the federal government so as to fulfill a promise or to bargain for the release of those that are kidnapped through ransom payment. In that light, they also said they were going to kidnap the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and also the governor of Kaduna State. That voice you're hearing is one of the abductees pleading with the federal government to come to their aid. Wow, it's unfortunate that we have found ourselves in this situation. Let's move on. We have also forces not clueless, helpless. President has responded that the armed forces, they are not clueless, they are not helpless. That's a response from the president. Explains why government can't bomb bandits or known hideouts. Explains why government can't bomb bandits known hideouts. This is national embarrassment, APC chieftain. This is national embarrassment, APC chieftain. Bauchi government seeks Chinese tech support to end banditry. As FCT minister orders local chiefs to organize community policing. Bauchi government seeks Chinese tech support to end banditry as the FCT minister orders the local chiefs to organize community policing. Yes, Aro Bofa 6 1999 constitution review to tackle insecurity. That is from strike. ASU vows to fight to victory despite 5 months withheld salaries. ASU vows to fight to victory despite 5 months withheld salaries. Let's not forget, tomorrow and Wednesday is the day set aside by the Nigerian Labour Congress to go on a nationwide strike. We are waiting, we are watching. Allah installed 118 princes just for succession screening interview to commence soon. That is from the Oyomesi, yes. Marketers raise alarm over adulterated fuel in circulation again. Last time we had over 100 million liters in circulation, and there were apologies from the so-called authorities. Yeah, this is another alarm by marketers that there is another set of adulterated fuel in circulation. They are blaming the artificial scarcity and the hike in price. They blame this on the artificial scarcity and the hike in price. On the APC, Article tell Nigerians reject APC for its failures. Come 2023, reject APC for its failures. Come 2023, article tell Nigerians says that Tinubu lobbied for VP slot. Response by the APC camp, PDP sponsoring can against APC. That is according to the gospel of the unknown bishops. PDP sponsoring can against APC. That is from Afegwa. Let's move over to the Sun newspaper this morning. Yes, on Kanu's release, IPOB Kanu's family rejoice over UN intervention. IPOB Kanu's family rejoice over UN intervention. Urges the federal government to respect court order. Urges the federal government to respect court order. Okay, PDP behind Khan's opposition to APC same faith ticket. That is Afegwa. PDP behind Khan's opposition to APC's same faith, Afegwa. Let's go. Kaduna train abductors issue kidnap notice. Kaduna train abductors issue another kidnap notice. Threatening to abduct governors, government officials, other leaders. Well, the name Buhari, President Buhari was also mentioned. El-Rufai was also mentioned. Outrage trails video of terrorists brutalizing kidnapped passengers. Yes, why we are cautious in rescue efforts, that's according to the presidency. Why we are cautious in rescue efforts. Muslim ticket not to undermine Christians. That is from Governor Fayemi of Ekiti State. The Muslim ticket is not meant to undermine Christians. That is from Fayemi, Governor Ekiti State. Say it is based on political strategy. Yes, based on political strategy. Let's look at vote buying. INEC task National Assembly on speedy passage of electoral offenses bill. INEC task the National Assembly on speedy passage of the electoral offenses bill. Advises parties on credible election. NIMET alert of heavy flooding in southwest Taraba and other states. NIMET alerts of heavy flooding in southwest, especially Lagos State, Taraba. And let's look at some of the stories online this morning. Yeah, once again, you're welcome to the program. Bystanders at the news. Okay, yes, let's start with Governor Fashola, former Governor of Lagos State Fashola and Minister of Works. He says that the federal government will return toll to Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. The federal government will return tolling to Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. The Nigerian Minister of Works and Housing, Babatunde Fashola, said the federal government is returning tolling to the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway upon completion of the rehabilitation of the highway. In an interview on Channel Television, Sunday Politics, the minister said about 3 toll plazas were expected on the highway. While projecting the completion of the road rehabilitation to December 2022, the former governor of Lagos State said a toll plaza was expected each in the Lagos, Ogun, Ogere, and Ibadan parts of the road when completed. Now, on December deadline for the completion of the road work, Fashola said there was a caveat to the realization of that promise. He noted that the Oyo State government was constructing a drainage facility around the Ojo part of the road, which, according to him, has significantly slowed down the pace of work in that area. Yes. And the Bandits, the Nigerian Minister of Works and Housing. Yes. Okay. Let's look at IPOB response to UN's directive to Nigeria on Nnamdi Kanu. The indigenous people of Biafra has commended the United Nations for kicking against the extraordinary rendition of Nnamdi Kanu and directing the federal government to release him unconditionally. The group described the development as a landmark victory for Biafrans worldwide. In a statement on Sunday, the group's media and publicity secretary, Ima Pavo, said the IPOB hoped that Nigeria, as a member of the United Nations, will take heed and promptly obey and implement the directive to the letter. The statement read in parts, yes, it's our hope that Nigeria, as a member of the United Nations, will take heed and promptly obey and implement the United Nations directive to the letter. Yes, we caution that this is not a Nigerian court order that is often disobeyed without consequences. That is what we have for today. Fuel scarcity, yes. Airline raise economy flight ticket to 75,000 naira. Yes, airline raise economy flight ticket to 75,000. I believe we had it with 45, 50,000 before. Now it is 75,000. Aviation fuel is almost 800 naira. Aviation fuel is almost 800 naira. I have Mr. Chigos this morning. Good morning. Yes, good morning, Mr. Chigos.
Yeah, I remain Mazi Chigozie. Good morning, Christian, and to the good esteemed viewers, happy new week.
Okay, let's look at the directive from the United Nations to Nigeria and the federal government. What will you say about that report?
Well, that is not a surprise to me because I know that no matter what happens, that justice must certainly prevail. That is, of course, the verdict coming from the United Nations. They have several hundreds of thousands of evidence that attest to the fact that the indigenous people of Biafra are legitimate organization or movement, of course, acting within the ambit of law, which have, of course, deployed diplomatic means in ensuring that their fundamental rights of, of course, self-determination is being achieved, regardless of the schemings and the program on the part of the government of Nigeria to frustrate that effort. As likely said by Mazi Onyendu, Mazi Nandukano, the Ohamadike, one of Biafra. Otu onye siri Ohani, but Ohenwe Ikiri Chaya. And it's very unfortunate that, of course, he said is intelligently destructive and will not, with the instrument of truth, is going to destroy Nigeria in their own, of course, in their own judicial system, and that is what is playing out. It is, of course, justice for humanity, is justice for every lover of peace. Of course, will also greet this with great excitement.
Okay.
So, but that notwithstanding, we are looking forward not just the release of Mazim Nandekano, that the people's right, of course, to self-determination should as well be respected. That is my argument. It did not just end up in releasing Mazim Nandekano. Nandekano is just an individual. I myself and my children, my brothers and my children are still under bondage. So we are, of course, trusting God that one day we shall be free. So it is not just Mazin, it doesn't end in releasing Mazin Nandekano, but what informs that movement, what informs that ideology should have allowed, of course, to have the day. Otherwise, the release of Nnamdi Kanu cannot change anything different. So we are, it doesn't matter, let Nigerian governments, of course, they have been known to flout laws, for international laws, and defiant to even court injunctions. So that is not in any way strange to me. But the reality is that you can't be stronger than the voice of the people. Whether UN says that or not, the time will come. That is the era we are in.
There's somebody, Ken Sarowa, was executed on the 10th of November 1995. The United Nations asked the federal government to release Ken Sarowa, but he was not released, but was executed.
Well, that is Ken Sarowa. Ken Sarowa does not represent my interest. It does not represent the interest of Biafrans. Probably was driven by his own selfish interests. But here comes a man who represents the interests of the born generations of the Biafran nation. And when you talk about Biafrans, you have the Isekiris, the Bibios, the Ichos, the Igbos. It's not just about the Igbos. You can understand there is so much at stake. The destiny of people are at stake. The unborn generations. So it is a man who represents the symbol of nationality of a particular people. So you can't just compare Sawori with whatever you call him. Saworiwa was just, of course,
He was representing the people.
he was a willing tool in the hands of the Fulani Caliphate. When they have used him against his own people, they came after him. That is just what happened. Any southern politician who gave himself as a willing tool, we end up, of course, being disgraced. That is just what happened to Saworiwa. You can't compare Saworiwa with Mazin Nnamdi Kanu. Mazin Nnamdi Kanu have not in any way served the Nigerian government. And it's not, of course, he had made his position known. In the last statement, public statement he made, he said, I want every Biafran to be calm. I want the entire Biafran region to be peaceful. We cannot kill a people we are protecting. You see? And that is why we are here. We'll continue to be here until the emancipation, the total emancipation of my people becomes a reality. So this is a man, despite his ordeal, despite his, he's being subjugated. In 2017, he was incarcerated for 2 years, and this one is over a year. But he is still keeping the spirit and life committed to that particular, of course, mission, which, of course, is passing through this very difficult time.
Okay, yes,
but it's not giving up.
The bandits have come with another threat. This threat now, they say they're going to kidnap abduct governors, government officials. They mentioned the president and El-Rufai.
Yeah, why they say that is that money. You can see people who have been abducted for close to 3 months or more than 3 months. Their parents, their loved ones could no longer raise funds for them. It means that individuals, of course, with this economic mishap or hazard, individuals has no longer money left to eat, let alone to pay for ransom. So they now understood that the security funds are now with the government. The only one that have access to security funds. So it is needless going about after private individuals. They should not concentrate where they can have the bulk of the money. So I think it's a good thing, and I wish them the best, because if they start kidnapping, adopting the governors and their orderlies and their immediate families, the money they so desire will flow. And how can you adopt me now? Expect me to bring millions? I would rather join them and give them idea on how to go about that. That is my own contribution.
Are you a consultant?
I will turn over a consultant overnight. Tell them this is what they should do, and of course, they should pay them in billions. The governors, the stolen wealth of the common masses is in their hands. So if they refuse to give it to the masses who deserve it, and of course, one thing is that you must give it directly or indirectly. So if the bandits are demanding for that, I think it is not, for me, it is not a crime, because already they are on the same page. These are criminals who extorted from the people. So if another criminal rob you, it is nothing.
On the Muslim ticket, more southwestern governors are speaking. Miami has said that the ticket is not to undermine Christians.
Yes, it's not to undermine Christians, I believe. And that is his personal opinion.
As a governor,
is to pocket the Christians and use them as sacrificial lamb. It's not just to undermine them. There's something more grievous. There's something more catastrophic. is to pocket them and kill them, of course, and Islamize them. By then, the Fayemi of Ekiti we flew the country, leaving the gullible ones and the less fortunate ones, of course, at the mercy of the Islamic apologists. So it is not just to undermine them. There's something different between undermining you and hitting you below the belt. So which one will be more devastating?
Okay.
Like what happened in the war is not to undermine them, you know. They just want to send them direct to annihilate them, and that could be replicated with a Muslim ticket. Yes, of course. Finally, the UN is now living up to responsibilities, and of course, we hope that there won't going to be any back down. So our voice are being heard in the interest of humanity. For humanity to be preserved, the right thing should be done, irrespective of whosoever is there. Whether Peter, of course, that I don't want to talk about any politics now. But the politics I'm here to discuss is the politics of the emancipation of the entire masses who has been enslaved. And the entire creature are waiting for the manifestation of the Biafran state.
Okay, thank you very much. Before I call on Mr. Matthew, let's get calls. Mr. McMaster, let's get calls. Why is it that Nigerians are happy that it's a threat on the president of the Republic of Nigeria and also the governor of... Okay, I have Mr. Oji. Good morning, Mr. Oji.
Good morning, my brother.
2 minutes to contribute to the program this morning.
Okay, thank you very much. I appreciate all of you there, and I want to talk about the kidnappers, talking about kidnapping the president and the El-Rufai. You know, what I understand in that view is that there is something fishy, and this thing is what Nigeria don't know. There is a game going on already, in the sense that Buhari as a president, that man sitting in that seat as a president does not exist. I must be frank with you, because there is nowhere in the world that you can say you as an ordinary man will have that audacity to say you want to kidnap a #1 citizen of a country. It's not possible. So there is a game which they know that the man is not existing. They want to kidnap so that they will say, after the end of the tenure, they will say that Buhari was kidnapped. So Nigeria should wise up and understand what is going on in that country is already down. For the first time, that country is about to do something that will shock the whole world. Now they brought an Igbo man, a Yoruba man, and an Hausa man as a presidential candidate. What is that telling you people? It's telling you that Nigerian is not one anymore. Nigerian has been divided. So all your tent, all Israel, everybody should go to his home. For me, I stand that Nigerian should be break up. That is my own contribution, my brother. Thank you very much.
The live chat. Click on the link so I can be part of the program. We have another respondee this morning. Mr. Ode, you have 2 minutes to respond to what we are discussing this morning.
Yeah, good morning, Christian. Can you hear me? Good morning, Christian and Mr. Matthew. Greetings from Italy. I bring you glad tidings from Italy. Hope you guys are doing great. I just want to contribute based on the fact that about the threat from the terrorists on Buhari and the El-Rufai. You know, these people are just playing games with Nigerians, but unfortunately, the vast majority of Nigerians are not aware of what is happening in that country. You know, when a group of terrorists will come out and say that they want to kidnap a sitting president of a country like Nigeria, the giant of Africa, the largest country in the black nation, you know, it's laughable. It's just, I'm just having the feeling that these guys, they are coming to the end of their program in Nigeria, their terror group, their jihadist program, you know. For the fact that Mr. Mazen Namdekal has been lamenting that the person sitting on that seat is not Mr. Buhari that we used to know, that Mr. Buhari has gone to the great beyond. But many people are doubting him. You know, these people now maybe they will go. Well, the next news you will hear is that they have kidnapped Buhari, and maybe Buhari they have killed Buhari, and that is the end of the story. That will make people to believe that Buhari is no more, and their game plan by so doing their game plan they have executed it perfectly. So Nigerians should not be carried away by what these terrorists are doing. It's a plan game. The federal government of Nigeria, they are involved in whatever that is happening. The insect eating the vegetable is solidly behind the vegetable insect. So that we should not be carried away. Unfortunately, I'm just angry because innocent people are dying. But we pray that God Almighty, in His infinite mercy, will come down and save Nigeria for the sake of the saints, for the sake of the people that are worshiping Him, for the sake of the truthful people that are behind.
Okay, we have a next person this morning. Before I call on Mr. Matthew to respond to what is being said. Thank you very much, Mr. Ode. Yes, we have Jomila. Mr. Jomila, you are live. You have 2 minutes to respond to what we are discussing this morning.
Okay, good morning, Mr. Christian and the whole viewers. My contribution is this, based on the terrorist attack and what is it called?
Mr. Christian. Matthew is the name.
Okay.
With
our viewers.
Yes. With respect to the threat from the terrorist group to kidnap the president and the governor of Kaduna State, I think it's clear. It shows that Mr. President is not in charge. By now, I think the government should be hiding itself in its face in shame. I think all the armed forces should be hiding their face in shame because the government have lost the capacity to protect our own citizens. They have lost the capacity to protect the life and property of our own citizens. It's not worthy to be called a government. We are saying it often, not just now, that if you look at a government, you should have the monopoly of coercive power. You can see what is happening in Nigeria currently. The victims of the Abuja-Kaduna train attack being held captive within Nigerian sovereignty. What does that tell you?
No,
it tells you that
they are explaining why they can't bomb the bandits with the abducted persons.
Bombing is not the only option. Can't you go for a rescue mission? We are seeing in this country how a 27-year-old Philip Wanton was rescued in Sokoto State by American security agencies. He was kidnapped from the Niger Republic, taken to Sokoto State, and American security operatives perfected the rescue operation, and it was successful. So if somebody who may not have even known the terrain of this environment could come all the way from America to Nigeria to rescue their own citizens, I don't see any reason the Nigerian government should not have what it takes to embark on rescue mission. Don't forget that there were times nobody was in captivity of the terrorists. Why did the government not use that window of opportunity to eliminate or decimate the terrorists? What is happening is a clear indication that the government has failed woefully. Because the condition is very clear that the welfare of Nigerians and their security shall be the primary purpose of governance. The condition is unambiguous about that. It's very clear. So when the government has failed woefully in this cardinal area of governance, I think that government have lost its legitimacy. For me, Nigeria is a laughing stock in the Community of Nations. Nigeria have lost what makes one a sovereign state. How can Nigeria speak in the Community of Nations when you have your own citizens being tortured, being maimed, being kept in captive within Nigerian sovereignty? Can that happen even in Ghana here? Let alone America, Britain, Germany, Russia, name it. It's quite unfortunate. This government have lost everything that makes it
the Bauchi
a
government
legitimate government.
They are taking Chinese technology and support to end the banditry.
Whatever they seek, what we need is an end to insurgency, an end to terrorism, and even if you say you are not seeing an end to it, but they should decimate them to the extent that they don't have the capacity to engage in taking territories, because contrary to what the government wants to make us believe, that before 2015, that terrorists were holding territories in Nigeria, that now they don't have the capacity. The question is, Nigerians who are in captivity, where are they being kept? Is that within Nigerian territory? People who are released after paying ransom, where are they being received? Is not within Nigerian territory. So the government cannot sufficiently tell us that the terrorists are not holding territories. They are, from all indications. So what we demand of the government is, because we have been praying to God that God should see us through, let Muhammad Buhari finish his tenure. But the way it stands, I think Mr. President have to resign, because you cannot imagine what will become of Nigerians between now and April 29, when he's due to hand over officially. So since he has shown that he doesn't have the competence, he doesn't have the capacity, he doesn't have the wherewithal to deal with the bandits, the terrorists, the kidnappers, the killer hands, and name it, I think the honorable thing to do is to resign.
Why would the bandits mention the president and also El-Rufai?
Because they are saying that the president do not have what it takes to protect lives and property. Is it not the other time we saw in the news that president's advance team were attacked on their way to Katsina State, and we had completed report that a assistant commissioner of police was killed. The police later came up with another contrary report that the assistant commissioner of police was killed in the bid to go and combat bandits in the forest. But however I look at it, the bandits have shown that they had the capacity to engage Nigerian security agencies. Look at what happened in Kuje prison. Look at what happened in NDA, Nigeria Defense Academy. They have defied what made Nigeria the sovereign state, the symbol of authority of the military in Nigeria, NDA. They defied the security architectural arrangement, and they wreak havoc. Look at Kuje prison, where you have so many high-profile suspects and convicted criminals. Look at how they compromise the security. Do you see, say, we have a good security arrangement in Nigeria? Obviously, no.
Sanction after that.
It is the normal practice of Buhari proper to governance. This is how, look at all the issues that happen where people ought to sanction. Do you see sanction anybody? Whether in terms of people being accused of corruption, whether in terms of people being acting at variance with his directive, leading to negligence or duty, you seldom president sanction anybody. Look at what happened to former acting chairman of EFCC, Magu. As we speak, he has been promoted, and the indication that he was removed as a result of embezzling of public money that has been. Is this sanction? Rather, it's been promoted. Look at the issue that has to those 3 policemen that were killed in Taraba State when they went to that campaign in the person of Wadume, who incidentally have you seen the federal government show any whip power to prosecute captain and 9 other soldiers that were indicted? To sanction people who you are not surprised. That nobody have
some people are saying that there may not be, Nigeria may not respect the directive from the United Nations.
I'm not seeing Nigeria to respect that directive. But whether they like it or not, you have spoken. Because from all indication, it shows that Nigerian government do not have a good case. Because if you take pain to read through that report, you understand that Nigeria had a window of opportunity to come and ventilate their case before UN. And they did not do it because perhaps they know that all they did was against all known local and international law. Because they talked about the extraordinary rendition. They talked about how he was being arrested against his consent, how he was being arrested without a warrant of arrest, how he was being arrested without due process. And the Nigerian government was not forthcoming in defending their position. So it shows that this is a government that strives on illegality. This is a government that does not have respect for rule of law, and they have demonstrated it after the shores of the country. Because if they play by the rule, they had the confidence to go before UN to defend their position. But because they circumvented the rule, international and local laws in the extraordinary rendition of Nnamdi Kanu, they were not bold enough to confront UN, who they know that at that level, they have zero tolerance for abusing the due process. So because they know that it will bring shame to them, they were not forthcoming in going to defend their position.
In reference to Ken Saro-Wiwa, he was killed, but despite the fact that UN ordered his release.
It's unfortunate that UN at times, when they come up with resolutions, they don't fight at times.
They sanction Nigeria then.
Even at that, what is the effect of the sanction? But what I can understand is Nigeria may not have what it takes to withstand the pressure from UN. There are countries we know in the world who have what it takes. Even the UN said this, they will say they are not doing it. Like Russia, we can see what Russia is doing against all the resolution of UN. But I don't think Nigeria has what it takes, because as we speak, Nigeria is heavily relying on Britain, United States of America, to partner with them in the fight against insurgency. And these are people who are backing UN, especially United States of America. So when Nigeria reneges or when Nigeria refuses to abide by the decision of or directive of UN, it will have a way. America have a way of fighting Nigeria because they are the major backers of UN. So I see Nigeria as maybe we want to use diplomacy through the back door. Yes, because I don't see, if you look at the antecedents of this government, particularly Mr. President Muhammadu Buhari, I don't see him releasing Nnamdi Kanu. So I see the president or the Nigerian government using diplomacy through the back door to see how they can prevail on the major backers of UN to see that they do not release Nnamdi Kanu. But however I look at it, it is on record that UN has spoken and the Nigerian government have been put to shame because they have not been able to defend their position at the international level.
Okay, let's mark it as this alarm over after treated fuel in circulation. Another one. Last time we had 100 million liters in circulation.
It's not unexpected. It's not unexpected because you see that the demand of PMS is high and the supply, the source of supply is being threatened. So people who do business, who have interest in shady deals, we always want to take advantage of it. But that is where Nigerian government should come in, because we have regulatory agencies. We have people who determine the quality of what gets to the end users. So I think the government through NNPC, I think the Department of Petroleum Resources are sure to rise up to the occasion and ensure that the PMS in circulation meets the standard have been set by Nigerian government. Otherwise, Nigerians will still be at the receiving end. But like I've said earlier on, it's unfortunate that in Nigeria nobody is sanctioned, especially on what we are seeing from this government. You can do anything and get away with it. Look at the former two governors that were convicted. The most celebrated high-profile cases ESC achieved. Look at how Mr. President abused his prerogative of mercy in pardoning two former governors who are in their 60s. As we speak, all the major candidates of all the major political parties are above 60. And Mr. President will be telling us that somebody who is in his 60 is old, that he cannot subject them. For me, I think it's hypocrisy.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you for having me.
I have Sir Manuel, good morning.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, Christian.
Okay, let's have one of our okay, who's online?
Chris.
Yes, you have 2 minutes if you are given the opportunity. Yeah, 2 minutes. Mr. Onache, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. How are you, Chris?
Great man, good morning.
Yeah, good morning all. Emmanuel, my friend, how are you? I hope everything is fine. Chris, what I have to say is that when those ruling Nigeria don't know the difference between left and the right, they can't even spell left and the right. If possible, if I should say, I don't know if I'm wrong, you know, how do you expect them to know what United Nations is saying? But it will bring a doom to Nigeria, because we cannot produce anything on our own. We don't have to look at Russia. Russia can produce all what they need. Nigeria will only import, buy all what they need. And as such, if they disobey UN for this Nnamdi Kanu's resolution, I bet you, Nigeria, $1 will be 2,000 naira. And those people, they are ready to do it because they don't know the consequences of their useless, stupid actions. You see, your number one is an illiterate. Your number two is an errant boy who has no courage to speak in the midst of those illiterates, telling him what to do, instead of him to tell them what they should do. You see? So I think the best thing is, let us sell this country, Nigeria, and share the money. Let them give me my own share. Whatever I want to do, I do with it. And the story end. You understand? I end my story. Thank you very much for giving me the line. I'm done. Let them sell Nigeria as they refuse to divide it. Let them sell it and give me my own share. Period. Thank you. Mike, I can't hear. We can't hear you, Christian. Your mic is not working. Mike.
In this country. Like, I like that comment that he made on educational system, that most of these people in Nigeria, they are an illiterate. Because that is what I talked about for some times ago. That this is
repeat yourself again. Mr. Noche, you said something before.
Yeah, I said. I said. If they share this country, I'm not sure whether the money will reach his hand. Because
Mr. Noche, heard him on.
So because we have heavy greedy people in this country. Imagine what they are stealing now. Still, this is like Atiku go still look for president for this country. Obasanjo coming out and says the money Atiku stole is okay to feed 300 millions of people for 14 years. One person, and that same person is looking for another money again, another aspect of money again. So if they sell the country, how can we see the money? They have been selling so many things in this country. Did we see the money? Even for them to educate, to educate, for him to even talk of producing something in Russia. We have things that we are producing in this country, and yet we are still suffering on those things. Abi? Like rice. We just opened company for rice in Kebbi State, and my village, we are farming rice, and Kaduna rice, Maiduguri rice, and we are still hungry in this country. So forget production, what we are producing. The issue is that how can we cope with these issues and solve them? That is the issue. It's not the production, because we have little things that we can produce, and yet still, like, okay, let's say like oil. We are still suffering from oil today, and yet we are producing oil at least above other countries, some African countries. If you go to Niger today, they don't produce oil, Abi, but they are not suffering from like strike. You go to filling station. I have never seen it like that. Oh, yeah.
Okay, let's look at the United Nations has asked the federal government to release Nnamdi Kanu. But from what we are seeing, some people are saying that the federal government does not really carry out directives.
Yes, me, I once said this on a radio station in my village in Plateau State. I said, I don't see reason why Buhari will hold him and the canoe. I don't see the reason. You see, that is why it's the same thing that this person who speak now, what's his name again? Sorry. It's the same thing. The nation, the people are illiterate, the governance are illiterate. They don't know what to do. I said it in notes. I said, instead of you to arrest Nnamdi Kanu, when you are in the country whereby he makes a comment that anoints you or that is unfair, what you need to do as a leader of organization is not to hold him. You call him. When you call him, you discuss with him.
Dialogue.
You dialogue with him. After you dialogue with him, you send him back to his place and give him time. You continue drawing those time of the dialogue until your regime is over, because he cannot deny your dialogue. He has talked and you respond. So from there, because when you hold him, you hijack their mind to like be more and more aggressive to that specific something. But when you call him for dialogue, okay, remember like what happened in Niger Delta case. Yaradua called the people, good luck discuss with them. At the end of the day, they reach the settlement. So if they didn't release this guy, the issue will continue being on ground. And by the way, they are putting the issue in a high formation.
Okay. Lastly, let's look at terrorists that said they are going to kidnap the president and also Governor El-Rufai.
Okay, yeah. You see, in 2008, when crisis is going on in Plateau State, my village, I enter like, let's say, well, where it's not that kind too deep. When I entered the well, I was inside the well. An army bounced into it high. He bounced inside the well with his gun. He hid. I now ask him, you, this is what he tell me. He says he doesn't have family. He won't die. You understand? So all this kind of thing,
they block them. See, they block them. We block their part, block them.
All this kind of thing, we give these people mind.
Block them. You have.
We give these people mind to talk whatever they want to talk, and I cannot say 100% they cannot do it. But the thing that is there is to show you how spoiled the country reach. How can you tell me that? Okay, government talk about stopping mining, buy this one and that one before. It's not that one be the issue. You know where those people live. You know where they operate. What you need to do is you do house-to-house security as Libya used to do. You know, in Libya, once you speak against Gaddafi, they hold you. But how did they take note that you speak against Gaddafi? Because he has his own representative everywhere, over there. But in this country, it's not like that. Their lack of what to do, they fluctuate the issue and tumble it aside. So if this terrorism are requesting of El-Rufai and Buhari, this one and that one, it's maybe they know they are capable, they are reaching to that extent. But the truth is that how can government hear of this and still leave these people? Yes, because if you know that you have power to eliminate these people, why they mention those things and then still they? And you know the specific place where they are up. Why government are using our brain to this extent? Terror, how many group of people where we have army? If you and I do army something for this road now, they will tell you, say they be army, they begin to tear cloth, tear this one, do this one and that one, say they be army. And now this is what they are saying, and army cannot do anything.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Emmanuel.
Yeah.
What tribe of Fulani are you from?
What
tribe of Fulani are you from?
How many tribes you know Fulani?
Fulani is Fulani now.
Wait. We have.
Is it Bororo?
No. We have 16 different types of Fulani
In Africa?
No, worldwide.
Worldwide?
Yeah, we have 16 different types of Fulani. So my own Fulani language is somehow number 9. You understand? That is generated from Burkina Faso. You understand? The first Fulani language is generated from Ethiopia. So our own is generated from Burkina Faso.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. You know, I asked him that question. Somebody said that he's not a Fulani, so I have to ask him to clarify.
No, there are many Fulani, many types of Fulani. The guy is right.
Okay.
The guy is right. There are even some Fulani in Southern Africa, particular Fulani in Southern Africa. There are plenty. They're all over Africa. So what I'm trying to say, Christian, is this.
Maybe.
Let him clarify himself.
Maybe because he hear me speaking English and he look at my dressing. But everywhere I stand, and if you look at my structure, you know I am a Fulani. But the thing there is that most people carry this thing. Once you say you are a Fulani and then you are a Christian, they disagree. See, there's no way that God doesn't have children that are good and bad. So forget, I am a Fulani by tribe, and nothing you can say in Fulani that I cannot answer you. Even if I go back to village today, I get my cow. You get that? I get my car. I get everything.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Wow.
Good morning.
Okay. Good morning. Good morning, Christian. Good morning, viewers. I'm greeting all of you. Okay. Around the world. Okay. Yes. Christian.
Yeah.
You see, many Igbo men, many Biafrans, many Yorubas, many Midibeltans are happy this morning. Do you know why? I don't know whether I can make a point out of this.
United Nations
has stepped seriously into the case of Nnamdi Kanu. They charged Nigeria to leave the young man, that the young man is innocent. Are you listening to me? The guy, Nnamdi Kanu's compound was invaded in 2017 by Nigerian military forces. They killed over 28 boys on the compound of Nnamdi Kanu. They secreted Nnamdi Kanu's palace, His Royal Highness Eze Israel of Afiaroku in Abia State. That devastation, caused the man death. The man's death. He died. And as he died, his wife died too, as a result of that invasion. So Nnamdi Kanu has lost a lot in this agitation. Then again, United Nations were waiting to see the reaction of Nnamdi Kanu's, as a result of Nnamdi Kanu's dual citizenship. He's a Nigerian, he's a British. So, but let me tell you, Britain has not done anything. Nothing like reaction. Britain has not done virtually anything since Nnamdi Kanu was abducted from Nairobi. How do you see Britain? Britain, I see repeat anytime I come here, is the cause of Nigerian problem. Britain always using the Anglophones. Britain uses the Anglophones, all those English-speaking countries in Africa to cause trouble. If you want to know detail, ask Putin. There are a lot of things, policies Britain is playing around the world, using what? Her colonies in Africa to perpetrate evil against humanity. Senegal, what do you call them? Kenya speaks English. Nigeria speaks English. Okay. Britain is using most of her colonies to perpetrate evil against humanity.
Okay, let's look at Sarowiwa
case.
1995.
Karuwa was, I think, Karuwa was hanged in 1995.
Honor the directive of the United Nations.
They said what?
You think Nigeria can honor the directive of the United Nations?
Said Nigeria should honor.
You think they can honor?
Okay, Nnamdi Kanu's release.
Yes.
Okay. Nnamdi Kanu. Yeah. United Nations has stepped into that matter, and if you look at what Nnamdi Kanu is doing, is a worldwide thing. Do you understand? Agitation
for, you know, self-determination. I think understand. It's a worldwide thing. I don't know whether I understand where I'm going. He's not doing it for Igbo man alone. I think understand. He is not the first person to have agitated for self-determination. I didn't understand. Yeah. People in the past, like Mandela, is the same thing that Mandela did. I listen to me. There's somebody, people like Pol Pot of Cambodia, I think, or Vietnam. He did the same thing. I didn't understand. There are many people that are agitated for, you know, self-realization, determination in the past, and they really succeeded. If I name them many, look at this Young Cho. Is it Young Cho? The man from Bazonia. What's the name of that guy? What's the name of this guy from Bazonia? This the former Cameroonian guy. He agitated from Bazonia, and you can see what in Bazonia is coming to be today. So you have people like many of them in the past. Okay, before even independence, you understand? Britain hold everywhere in Africa. The Spaniards, the French, I think understand. Then we started agitating for what? Realization, self-determinations, independence across African continent is the same thing Nnamdi Kanu is doing, if you don't know. If we just separate from Nigeria now, that is called independence as well. Yes, we are going to be dependent, we are going to be on our own. I think understand. So if Nnamdi Kanu is being incarcerated for over 12 months now, without, you know, any charges brought against him, without any crime leveled against him, do you understand? We have done our best with the Igbos, with, you know, the human rights activists in Nigeria. We have done the best, our best, to make sure that Nigeria release him, and all these efforts did what? Hit rock. Okay. So what happened now is that United Nations organization has stepped in, because they have seen virtually that Nnamdi Kanu has not done anything. Nigeria has never brought any concrete allegation and said, this is what Nnamdi Kanu has done. Let us try him. Let the whole world see. What they do always, every month, sometimes they will chief it after 2 months, sometimes after 1 month, is take him into the court, lock the door, shut the whole world outside. CNN will not be there. No coverage by the press or media, electronic media houses. They will talk nonsense. One presiding judge will just talk rubbish in the courtroom. After talking rubbish, they will take the guy back to DSS facilities there. They never come out with any concrete, lucid allegation against the guy. So United Nations has seen Nigeria as what? A scam. United Nations has seen Buhari regime as a serious that is never, a regime that is never serious. Even an hour, even a second. Everything going on in this regime is extrajudicial. I listen to me. So now they have come out with a point that Nnamdi Kanu is being what? Incarcerated for nothing's sake. Nothing. The guy has not done anything. So judging by what is going on, judging by what terrorists is doing in Nigeria, the whole world, that is United Nations organization, has seen that Nnamdi Kanu is innocent. They actually know that the invitation of insurgents in the northeast, north central, core north, southwest, southeastern Nigeria is being orchestrated or stage managed by this present regime of Buhari. So what is right? See, let me tell you, federal government, whether they like it or not, I know that the question is, are they going to obey United Nations? Thank you. That's not what was their question? I'm moving to another topic. Okay, let me tell you, they are going to obey United Nations. Nigeria must bow before United Nations organization. United Nations organization is telling them to release Nnamdi Kanu. Let me tell you, they are going to do that, whether they like it or not. You cannot hold somebody that has not committed any crime, leveling all manner of allegations against him, suffering him in the cell, detention, for over how many months now? Over 11 months. Are you listening to me? It is wrong to detain somebody that has not committed any crime just 24 hours. Buhari regime, in connivance, in conjunction with Nairobi, Kenya, abducted Nnamdi Kanu illegally from Nairobi airport to Abuja for over 12 months now. Nothing has been done, no allegation. The guy has not been what? Found guilty of any crime. Allegation is nonsense. Let me tell you. Agitation is our right. I am agitating for Biafra. I do agitate for Biafra every second, every minute of my life. It is no crime. See, let me tell you, Buhari government, El-Rufai, Chetima, Malami, let me tell you, they should go to what? To canal and drink the water. They should go and drink water. You say what?
Terrorists threatening to kidnap Buhari, El-Rufai, and some government.
Thank you so much, because they started the deal with them. They must kidnap them to go and seal the deal that they started together. See, terrorists, bandits, and Saru, ISWAP, I listen and listen good. They are all same people. They started a deal with El-Rufai, Chetima, Malami, and Buhari in 2015 because they want to sack Jonathan. It was a deal. They bargained the price. They beat the price. They could not meet up with the payment. So what are you saying? Now they are threatening to kidnap them because they are the one that went into deal with them. A deal. Let them, Christian. They are not only threatening to kidnap them, they are going to kidnap Abdul Buhari someday. El-Rufai issue is very small. If they could remember Kaduna State House one day, by the grace of God, they will prevail over all security details working for El-Rufai at that state house, and they're going to abduct him. He's going to see the deal they started, they negotiated with them. Let me tell you, you cannot cheat all the people all the time. Now, some people you can cheat all the time. The prophet Bob Marley said it. Are you listening to me? Movement of that people. Let me tell you, you cannot cheat everybody all the time. You got to work for you. Let me tell you, one day is one day. Whatever has beginning has what ending. Do you know that?
Somebody's asking this question directly.
Let me hear him.
You are obedient.
Is he talking?
You are obedient.
My name is Raf Obedient Tresvant Timbochikwel. I'm from Anambra State.
How will this be deal with insecurity?
Yeah, the insecurity, the way we're going to do it now, we cannot just start now telling you about how we're going to do it. Many people promised how they were going to do it in the past, and later they flopped. Some persons told us that they're going to take care of insecurity in Nigeria just within 6 months. 6 months has what? Degenerated to 7 years. Are you listening? So if Obi could come out and start promising, I will do this, I will do that. No. Never produce. No. Never predict or promise what he's gonna do tomorrow. No. We never promise what we're gonna do today, tomorrow. Do it now. Let me tell you, Obi is never a Nigerian president. Obi supposedly
he wants to become a president.
He supposedly
have a blueprint.
No, he's going to be
when he's president.
Probably.
That when you get there, you start looking for advisors and not having any clue. Before you get to that presidency, you must have a clue.
Have we finished? Thank you so much. Obi can never come here and tell us, look, I will deal with Boko Haram. I will do this. I will do that. What a man. See, if you see any dog that barks, well, as we are approaching on the gate, Oga, they go where they go. That dog cannot do anything. Anything a man can do is here. If you see an action man is always carrying whatever he want to do in his mind. He cannot just come and start talking anyhow. Obi will never ever promise what he's going to do Boko Haram. The people that bring Boko Haram, they are going to take care of Boko Haram first before Obi. Okay, when he becomes the president, I know how he's going to work it out by himself. My name is Raphael Tresvant Obedient Mbechikwa. Let me tell you, Obi is coming to rule Nigeria. Let us forget about how he's going to deal with Boko Haram. But one time shall come, you will find out that anytime there is an insecurity in any country that lasts more than 24 hours, government has hand in that insecurity. Boko Haram was invited by Buhari regime, El-Rufai, Malami, and the rest of them, so they should take care of Boko Haram before Obi come in. Obi will never promise that now. Thank you.
What's the meaning of obedient? Obedient. He is supposed to obey you first. Obey you. We have to follow time. That is where you start obedient. You know, obedient means respect the time and the time. Anyway, my name is Lucky Yakuna Jenobi Lagos.
I see that some obedience are not keeping to the time.
That is the thing now. You ask him a question. How can Obi solve insecurity problem? And instead of it to deal with it, he's going run around. Simple thing. I am going to provide more police, more army, more this, but let me tell you, that's what I expect him, who are one of the supporters of Obi, to say. At least, well, we know what is happening. But let me tell you, Obi is one of the best candidates among of the whole candidates. But the point is that the general factor will not allow him to be there. That's the only thing.
Nigerian factor. What do you mean by Nigerian?
Nigerian election? No. Obi, I won't tell you lie. Obi is one of the youngest and vibrant and intelligent, good economy making. But the point, Nigeria factor will not allow him. We can let make noise. At the end, tomorrow the old man will still feed the shit. I'm telling you the truth. The guy voting now. All these who are saying obedient, Obi, by the time they see 1,000 naira, or shirt, or salt, or gari, or kuli, or beans, or rice,
or yam,
they will change their mind, or yam. They'll change their mind.
Okay, let's look.
Obi is one of the best presidents, but for me, Nigeria Pato, let me tell you, the way we sell Obi name in South, I don't think is the way Northern people are selling, because majority of the vote is coming from the North. So, for me, elections should be cancelled. We should sit down and rewrite the constitution, all the constitution that one, all like region, South region, West region. Let them come and see how we can run this country. Otherwise, this country has become zero. There's no way president can just come and promise you that I will do this, I will do this. They won't do anything. We will still come back to square one again. I'm telling you the truth. That's it, my brother.
Okay, let's look at terrorists are threatening to kidnap your president and the governor of Kaduna State.
I'm not surprised if they are born to Kuje prison and release the deadly Boko Haram in the heart of Abuja, who are very close to the president. Kuje is Abuja, that's where the president, vice president, all the ministers, all of them are there. And close to Kaduna, where we have all military weapons. So that is, I'm not surprised. They are sending signal that there's nowhere they cannot go. That, you know, you don't remember last time the president was going to home, they attack him. Abi, they attack him now. So if they can attack the president, I don't know who else again remaining. So me and you are not, after all, we are not safe before. We are only living by the grace of God. Nigeria is not safe. Nigeria is see, I expect everybody like tomorrow now. Tomorrow, which NSC are coming out. Everybody, those who are making noise everywhere should come out. Let's come out and join them. Not only lecturer, not only our children don't go to school. What are we going to protest for? Number one, insecurity. Number two, no food. Number three, no light. Number four, everything is zero in Nigeria. We should all go, not only waiting for lecturer to lead. Now, let's do the way answers do to show that this government go. Except two things. Let Buhari say, I am trying to tower. Vice President, I gave you the remaining more to handle. You see Nigeria will come down. And the terrorists are making noise. Let me tell you. You see, they are the one creating it. They created it during Jonathan. The El-Rufai was there. He said, I will bombard blood everybody. Today, they never arrested. Now the terrorists are having it. They are the one ruling. Let me tell you. The terrorists are the one controlling Nigeria now. Anywhere you go. Do you have president? Is president talking? They're not talking. They are in control now. They are in control everywhere you go. Okay, I give you an example now. We have, I told you, we have two presidents. I get me. Where are you locking Kano in the prison? Where you have deadly people? I get me. Kano was so lucky. It was not in Kuje prison. They could kill him there. They will take him away. I get me. SS are there. What of the drone they bought? What is the drone? Where are they using it for? They are just paying military salary. And there's some people that need to do this work. You are paying police, paying everything, they're not doing anything, and you still keep them there.
They have the highest budget.
They have the highest budget. And people are there looking for a job. You didn't give them job. You pack your brother, put there. Let me tell you, if an Igbo man be president, you will pick an Igbo man to lead general. You see all this Boko Haram, they'll be a thing of the past. It happened to Jonathan when he brought in Jerica. What happened? The same Jerica who was pursuing the Boko Haram. He said, Buhari today, They say come Messiah, who Tinubu brought. I said they want to eliminate all the northerners. Are you aware? Today you are shouting. So, but I want controlling this country. I am not surprised. They threaten El-Rufai, they threaten Buhari. That is the automatically say Nigeria is not safe. We have been wrong by bandits. So that is it.
Okay, let's look at UN has asked the federal government to release Nnamdi Kanu.
UN are just, don't have the power. I will tell you the truth. If you have the power, the quantity of death in Ukraine, UN can stop it with their power. So if you do not deal with one, you can't deal with two. Are you getting me? Otherwise,
even Sarowa was killed despite the fact.
You see, otherwise, Buhari would just say, why don't you go to Ukraine first and stop the Ukraine fight? So now the only person that will release them, the Kanu, is court. I will tell you that it's court. The only thing, let them lobby and release him. For UN to say release Nnamdi Kanu tomorrow, I do remember what British did. Tomorrow British come and say, see, my brother, I don't believe on the UN, whatever this is. I believe that Nigeria should take their destiny on their hand, not looking for UN and whatever. After all, a lot of millions are there in Ukraine. What did the UN do in Ukraine? So, brother will not listen to them. Let the court do their justice. But I believe that Kanu will be relieved by the grace of God. But what I'm saying lastly is that Nigeria, this strike, this protest, everybody, if you know you are hungry, if you know you don't have light, if you know you don't have food, let's come out and Kuku just shut down the country. When we shut down the country, then brother will know whether Nigerians, he more than Nigeria or we are more than him. That's my last comment. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I have Obong David. Mr. David. Good morning.
Good morning to you, Mr. Christian Chuku. A very wonderful morning to you and a very blessed week to all our viewers. Okay. And to the CEO of Flip TV, Mr. Bedokoli.
Okay, you're the only one that always greet our for greeting the CEO of Flip TV. I owe you something today.
No problem. No problem.
Okay, let's look at market has raised alarm over adulterated fuel in circulation. We had the 100 million liters the other time. This is
in stock. I think the other one is still in stock now.
I don't think
so.
Maybe you have finished consuming it.
Over the what? Adulterated
fuel in circulation. Market
so,
has raised alarm.
Who are the marketers that bring this product into the country?
Or is it not NNPC that imports?
It is NNPC imports. So now, see, now NNPC has a department that checkmates how standard these products are. You cannot just import something that is not good into the country. There are procedures. You know, this government know how it works. Just one person might have cut corners just to bring in fake products into the country. And then people can get away with it. Mr. President, it should, I think same thing happened some month ago. Nobody was sanctioned. Same thing is happening now again. Nobody will be sanctioned. So I think NNPC knows what to do. NNPC has a department that should regulate and then checkmate. And then again, you have some standard region of Nigeria. What is their role? What is their function? But if you keep on bringing fake products into the country, now who does it affect? It affects the ordinary man. Now such fuel will not knock down motorist engine. People engine will get spoiled. That is it. But now nobody will be sanctioned. Will not roll in a country.
Even the Kuji attack, nobody has been sanctioned.
Even one. See, Nigeria has been struggled to fail. You know that. Even the DG of prison, Chief of Army Staff, DSS, the secret police, who is supposed to carry out secret intel reports. Nobody foresaw that. Nobody. So it shows how deteriorating the country is, how bad it is getting to work. Until when the president needs to use his office to sanction people who have been appointed to take charge in some government parastatals and department. People need to be held accountable for what is happening in the country. Bandits cannot just invade prison, and their DG is not being sanctioned. Is he working freely? DSS boss is he working freely? Chief of Army Staff is working freely. Chief of Naval Staff is working freely. Chief of Air Force Staff, Chief of Defense. These people. So even those people know that the president himself cannot do them anything. Yes. They can't do anything.
Okay. Let's look at UNN and them asking the federal government to release Nnamdi Kanu.
Is that what?
United Nations and them asking the federal government of Nigeria to release Nnamdi Kanu.
UN can only plead. UN can only appeal. UN does not have veto power. That's what.
They can sanction.
They
can sanction Nigeria.
They can sanction Nigeria. But you know the president in power will not listen to them.
Nigeria is not a producing country.
Is that what?
Nigeria is not a producing country.
You know the president will not listen to them.
They sanction Nigeria.
Mr. President, you know it only falls back on any man on the streets. Buhari will not listen to them. Buhari will not be listening to Kanu. Even if there is sanction, you know that. Buhari is stubborn. Even if there is every sanction on Nigerians or in Nigeria, that will not make Buhari change his mind to listen to Kanu. But I said that let the court grant him bail. If he's guilty, let the court sentence him. So UN should only appeal to him. Even if there is sanction, you know how Carlos Buhari is. You know how wicked he is. Even if that now Putin comes today, Joe Biden comes today, that will not make Buhari listen to them. Buhari is a very collapsed man. So UN can only appeal to him to release Nnamdi Kanu. But you put in sanction, you like threatening to kill hundreds of Nigerians, millions of Nigerians. Why not listen to them? You know that. So UN should only sanction to scare Buhari. Buhari already has dealt with so many sanctions. So no matter the amount of sanctions, the president would not want to listen to him.
Okay. And Atiku has challenged Bola Tinubu to a 1 hour debate. Let's go to that.
Ashwatu camp has not said anything about it now. Ashwatu camp is always saying Atiku with they're only saying Ashwatu will floor Atiku. Ashwatu will floor Atiku. Someone has challenged you guys to an open debate. Why don't you accept the invite and then go and then attend the debate? Even if their principal or their boss will flat Atiku. Atiku has said that he knows that Ashwaju cannot stand for 10 minutes. So probably that's the reason why.
When he was unveiling Shetima, he stood more than 10 minutes.
He said,
when he was unveiling Shetima.
I'm not Atiku. I only could tell what Atiku said. I said Atiku said Ashwaju cannot stand for 10 minutes. So this is best not to them. But let Ashwaju accept that challenge and let them go on a debate and let them just listen to their manifestos and to the policies these two candidates has to offer Nigerians. And for the
terrorists threatening to kidnap Buhari.
Terrorists is not terrorists said if Buhari don't pay them money, the money they promise them. You saw the way they were flogging those adopted ones. That is how I wanted to flog Buhari and El-Rufai. Nothing is impossible. Nothing is impossible. If these people can go down Air Force jets, if these people can invade Kuje prison, if these people can attack Nigerian military defense academy in Kaduna, do you think they cannot kidnap Mr. President?
They attempted when he was going to Kaduna.
He was attacked. So if someone might have told you that the president convoy would be attacked some months ago, won't you have debunked that and said that is not be possible? We have two plans. Even myself, I would have said like it's not possible. But you see, the president now only escaped death. So now they are saying the next target is El-Rufai and Buhari. My brother, it is possible. These people have insiders working with them. It is possible. I want to appeal to them. If it is possible, let them kidnap them so that we know that we have a change in government, so that there will now be a parallel government.
The vice president is here.
There is no vice president. This is military junta. They will take over the government. It is school. It is school, yes. Which vice president? Which vice president? Let them kidnap the president now and see what happen. Already, Nigeria has two parallel governments. One in the north, one in the southeast. And so they go in the west. You see, so the government on its own is divided. So they go is not giving orders in the southwest. Mazen Amikalu is giving orders in the southeast. And why bandits, Boko Haram, and the rest are giving orders in the north. So already the country itself is divided. But see, I want them to arrest El-Rufai and Mr. President so that these people can know what it takes to be in captivity. So that you know what it takes.
Why we are they particular about El-Rufai?
Is that what?
Why we are they particular about El-Rufai and the president? Why we are they particular?
Why would they particular? El-Rufai promised to pay some ransom, and then he refused to pay. The president has always said he would always fight insurgency to a standstill. So that means the president wants to take away their means of income, their means of livelihood. Yes. So before you see someone that wants to take away the means of livelihood, won't you look for a means and just eliminate such person? So you saw it. The president, he said, President, you promised to pay us ransom for the kidnapped victim. Still, nobody government has not fulfilled his promise. That was why they had to bring out those kidnapped persons and started flogging them. I work for them. My brother, this country is a mess. And I foresee
tomorrow strike by the national.
No strike tomorrow.
We made a
promise. No strike tomorrow. Bet me, nobody striking tomorrow. Nobody will strike tomorrow.
It doesn't look like he has been striking.
My brother, I've told you, I said, I know my country. My country knows me. Tomorrow, nobody will strike. We won't go about our normal business. By 12 a.m. this morning, Buhari, Ingige, Oshibanjo will call Labour president and call him into his room and give him Ghana must go. No strike tomorrow. Tomorrow, go about your normal business. Yes. If that we strike, we would have started seeing the signs.
Saturday,
my brother, no, I have always remained my stance. I said there is no strike. The only people that can strike it is ordinary Nigerians that will embark on strike. But if you add labor, you join labor to strike, that strike will not be fruitful. That strike will be what meaningless because labor on their own, labor is broke. Labor needs money. That was why labor brought this idea of strike. NSC chairman needs money. He don't broke. Government have not settled him for some couple of months, so he's broke. That's why he just said, how can I make money again? Okay, government, there will be strike. Listen, Buhari is not even afraid. If truly the strike will hold, like Mohammed would have come out on air and start pleading. Government will be afraid because if there's strike, government will lose trillions. You know how much government lose a day? If you shut down the economy of this country, so government will be so afraid, and then there'll be panic in the country. Look at now, there's no panic buying. If there's strike, there'll be panic buying. People want to stock food stuff in their different homes so that the strike will not affect them. But I've told you, Nigeria is not a serious country. Labor is not serious. How many times have they increased tariff? How many times have they started each other? How many times have there been so many atrocities, killing, unemployment, inflation? My brother, tomorrow, come to my bus stop and interview me. Now here we did. There's no strike.
Thank you very much, Mr. David. I have Mr. Kule. Mr. Kule, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Christian. Happy New Week.
Yeah, same to you.
I greet all the viewers. I greet you all. Without you, we can't be here. I greet the CEO of Flip TV. You are doing a good job. We really appreciate you. Okay. Thank you, everybody over there. Happy New Week to you all.
Okay, for greeting the CEO tomorrow.
Not today. Something must be.
Okay,
today.
let's continue. Which have failed? Which of them have failed? Is it the Buhari government or the APC government?
What's the difference between APC and Buhari? Buhari is already the mantle of the leadership of APC. So he's the face of APC as it is now. Buhari is the face of APC and he has failed woefully. He has failed, you know, drastically, and he has failed. I think you can give him F9. F9.
You're saying his best is not enough.
What best are we saying? What best are we saying? When you cannot, the three things, right? The government campaign on it: security, food stability, and infrastructure. Security will bring food stability. Security will bring, concentration to build infrastructure. But when there's insecurity, nothing can work. So to me now, it's F9 for Mr. President Buhari. F9 to you, and you cannot retake. You can't retake. When it is before May, if you can do us a favor, pack your loads and relocate to Katsina, Daura, so that you can enjoy your, you are not going there to start living a poor man life. Julius Berger has built houses for you guys. Julius Berger built houses for all you past presidents. So relocate to Katsina. People are tired. People are tired, for God's sake. People are tired of you.
Okay. The bandits have threatened that they will kidnap Buhari and El-Rufai.
Now, that's to show.
For Nigeria.
It speaks that we are in a republic, Federal Republic of Bandits.
Federal Republic of Bandits.
Of Bandits, yes. We are in Federal Republic of Bandits, when they can be holding the leadership of this country to ransom. Look at them. They know where they are. They are taking pictures. They are sending threat photos down to pictures. They are sending threat pictures down to the powers that be, and they are within. It's internal war. It's not a conventional war. It's not external war. It's just internal. Some ragtag just decide they want to seize power, and that is why I keep telling my fellow youths now, which one do we want? Is it to call a spade with the Nigeria, or is it to bring Obi? Is it to bring Asiwaju Tinubu? Is it to bring Atiku Abubakar? They should choose one, because all these guys you have mentioned, if they don't take time, they will start governing over body bags on the street of Nigeria, because these people, they are showing us that they are the real people in power. That is the bandits, the Boko Haram, and the ISWAP. So a government that cannot defeat even one of them, I can see when the blood trade, one of their blood trades is in power now, which is a Fulani man. He cannot do anything. Is he a Yoruba man that will come there and fix up the, what's it called, the bandit? Is there an Igbo man that will come there? I think all of us should retrace our campaign back to the people that are helping us with agitation. Kanu left his own comfort zone from UK to come and fight for oppressed Nigeria. Now they've forgotten him. They are talking Obi. Igboho left his comfort zone in Germany, in Ibadan there, to come and fight for the liberation of Yoruba land. Yoruba land are there campaigning Tinubu. Atiku has not sorted out the bandit issues for how many years? All those bandits has been there. No logic, no strategy to apply to stem all these bandits, Boko Haram and this thing. That will have given him more kudos, more ground to campaign. And I want to go to what Arogbofa said now. You know Arogbofa I'm saying? Yeah. Former chief of staff to Jonathan. All of them are coming out to say what we really need, which is the Constitution. The Constitution. What are we talking about? The Constitution. The Constitution is the bedrock of all this problem we are having. And what is the way out? They should go and call General Abubakar Abdul Salam, where he kept the already packaged constitution for us that was not even, we were not consulted. We should bring the constitution, this thing, from the archive and let everybody sit on it and negotiate how Nigeria will be, or how the region will be on their own, so that all this madness that is going on, what concerns, when I have my own Oduduwa state, will they burn any bandit or even Boko Haram, any this thing comes down to my territory? If not that they have a hidden space in the north. So once there's a boundary, anybody that is coming in you'll be able to identify them. So the constitution is faulty. All this one we are saying here is just wasting of time. But if they want it that way, we keep following them, we keep spoiling, and everybody will still be in this turmoil, and nothing can work again in this country. Everywhere is turning to body bags everywhere. By this bandits, by this it's not a shame. It's not a shame. Our Air Force now, they are in Turkey negotiating with the Turkish government for the purchase of the airdrome. So I don't know what the Tucano. We just wasted how much? $550 million. I think they bought two or so, almost $1 billion. Now, what is the? You see, I say this country is a prodigal country, and the leaders are prodigal leaders. And it can never be well with this country the way it is now. The structure can never make it well. It's not a cause. This country they've eaten the usefulness of this country. What is remaining now is bone.
Somebody said they should sell the country.
They sell, they will still pocket. Will they declare the right amount they sold the country for you? Is it not some Nigerians that will go there and sell? When they sell now, they will have the hidden price.
Have you not sold the country already?
They sold it already. They've sold it to debt. They've sold us to debt. They've sold the country. They've sold the citizen into debt slavery. So is it me that we're going to inherit money one bastard looted in power? Is it me? Is it me that we're going to inherit that money? Money that did not take one kobo inside. It's better we declare our Oduduwa nation. The Southeast declare the Biafra nation. If the Arewa want to declare anything, they should declare. Oduduwa nation. Let us bring government closer to the citizenry. Let us bring government closer to citizenry. All this madness has been happening. Enough should be enough. Because it can't take us anywhere. We have been on this madness for how many years now? We tried democracy, we tried military, it did not work. We tried democracy, it's not work. So let's look at the alternate. And the alternate is what? Sit down, restructure, referendum. Let us go on a different way. Because nothing can happen as it is now. All this campaign they are doing, they are just campaigning. It's just a kind of circus. Circus or I can say only on Nollywood movie we are watching or comedy we are watching. After campaign, you have election. The Boko Haram, I'm sure they will have their own elections. Say we want this because I'm telling you, it's Federal Republic of Bandits, Boko Haram, ISWAP now. They are the one in control now.
Somebody saying that there's no country that is existing without debt.
But they are existing with meaningful, purposeful debts. And most those countries you are saying, they can see development, they can see what they are spending, the debt, loan they got, you can see what they are spending it on. But Nigeria, you got the debt, you borrow the debt, it's going into private pockets. Instead of going to infrastructure, instead of going to development, instead of going to building human resources, it's going into private pockets. So how long are we going to do this? How long will this Nigeria continue to be tattered like this? As the country is on skeleton level now. The real flesh of the country has been choked, has been eaten. So the skeleton that is remain, let us know how we can patch it and divide ourselves and let everybody go on different ways, because the problem of this country is too enormous and nobody is ready to give it sincerity solution. The sincerity, solution to it. So what are we now saying? Are we going to be going round and round? You see, it's just like a circle that is moving. Circles that is moving on same spot, You're not moving up, you're not moving down, you're not moving forward. So can you continue that?
Nnamdi Kanu's release as directed by the United Nations. What will you say about that?
I have to disagree with somebody that said UN can back, but they can't bite. It depends on the person on the seat, right? We could Brutus Ghali. You can remember the UN under Brutus Ghali. You can remember the UN under Kofi Annan. Yeah, you can remember. And I can say that the African candidates that represented us in the UNC, they perform more better than this European, because look at what is happening. The sanction on Russia now. Is it not UN that instigated it? Is it not UN? It's UN. So for them to say UN can sanction Nigeria and they can force Nigeria to release Nnamdi Kanu, because they've gone through the profile, they've gone through all the complaint they lodged against him. They see that this guy did nothing but to just secure his own liberation, his own liberty from slavery Nigeria. This country is a slave destiny, the way it is. And once they hold you as slave, they will kill your destiny. That's just it. It's a country that killed destiny. Nothing to proud about the country. You have the blue, white, green, white flag. Once you hold that flag now, you'll be ashamed of yourself. Those days you'll be pride of, there will be pride in holding green, white, green. For now, who wants to attach with green, white, green? But those diaspora that they are doing that, they are still trying to show the pit loyalty. I'm talking of the athletes. You know, they are still trying to show a pit loyalty that something can still be done. But to us here, we don't see any good thing coming out from this country. It's only God. It's only God we cry to. It's not even, it's not pastors. It's only God directly we talk to now.
Talk about tomorrow's protest by the Nigeria Labour Congress.
Nigeria Labour scam. Nigeria Labour scam. I keep telling you, this Labour has nothing to offer. I pray they will not disappoint this OP that is contesting under their platform. They are always betrayers. When they get to, they only have starting, they don't have finishing. You see the same Labour that put us into this mess. The tariff you are paying now, they deceive us. They deceive us that they are going to fight the price. Hold the government to ransom to bring the price of tariff of electricity. To bring down the electricity tariff down. But what did they do overnight? It's midnight. They always have their meeting with government. It's midnight when everybody must have slept. So what they do now is Ghana must stay. Ghana must go with the exchange hand. Tomorrow we will just see we agree with the government and we've seen the reason why. Labour is a scam in this country. The Labour under this guy that is heading them now, I don't believe in them. Look at ASU has been on strike since 6 months now. Where were they? They were watching. They were watching like home video. They were silent until after 6 months. They are just waking up from slumber. Is that the Labour you are waiting for? Labour that will allow you to be killed before they rise up to defend you. Is that the Labour we want in this country? When we have a new regional system, each new referendum, you will see a regional Labour that will work better than this national Labour. This national Labour is a scam, and majority of them have alliance to the government in power. The leaders always have alliance with the government in power. Once you see, say, now my brother, they will soften the, So Labour, to me, the Labour of, I still keep telling you, Sumonu, the Labour of Kukori, then the Labour of Pascal, Bafiawu, those ones operated under the military. But all these labours under civilian rule, under democracy, they are scam labours. They are just there for their pockets. Thank you very much. I appreciate you too.
Yes, sir. We are closing. I have Mr. Lubawan coming to give us the language. Let's see if we can pick calls this morning. Let's see if we can pick calls this morning. Is there somebody online? Okay.
What's happening in the Tabernacle? What's happening in the Tabernacle?
The website.
The Tabernacle called Nigeria is in East Colorado. It's an entity. An entity. Everybody come and go.
Is it a non-entity or an entity?
No, an entity. It's a language of the spiritual realm. Because Nigeria is a country where people say everybody come and chop and belefu and go. Did you really know say? They chop belefu and go. He said, when the boss of Joe and Yaradua, they chop belefu and go. Now, Buhari don't chop belefu, one go. Now, Atiku, they drag one can't chop belefu and go. They now come again. No more chop belefu and go again. End of the road. Now, Peter will be the next president of Nigeria. Nigeria don't tire. No, the youth have decided. Now, we have Nigeria. Nigeria don't tire for the chop and go, chop belefu and go. Buhari don't chop. Why is it okay, shishi? Now you go back to Duara. Now they want kidnapper now. You see the kind of setup. Government set up a factory they call kidnapping department. They kidnap themselves and they pay ransom to themselves and they pay Nigeria money to themselves. Whereby a city president will be threatened. Then you know that Nigeria failed. Nigeria is a failed home.
a sitting president will be threatening that he will go to kidnap you. Because of what? Because of the banking, you're banking with the evil men. They kidnap your people. You now say, okay, we will set an organization that will negotiate. Do you know me of negotiate? Negotiate to release them. After you have set them up, now you are using Nigeria money to negotiate, and Nigeria is suffering and smiling. Nigeria don't have home, they don't have work, they don't have food, they don't have anything. We are suffering and smiling because of what? Because of the bad government. No yam in the fucking forest. The forest now are jacked by the Hausa Fulani X-Men. The presidency boys. They are the presidency boys. Because the president have boys. He now relocate all of them to the forest of all Nigeria. The treaty our peace. I am from Edo State. My state now occupied in the forest by the dangerous mafias with AK-47. Hausa Fulani. What they do about it? No, they are sharing money.
The government is trying its best.
They are sharing money. They are not trying any best. If you are trying best, we could have seen the impact of the best. There is no anything that will come tell us say you are doing something. When you are trying to let things be okay, we will see some particles of goodness. There is nothing like goodness. All is zero.
Somebody said that they cannot kidnap Buhari.
They will kidnap Buhari at the end of the day because a language has been spoken now. Because a language has been spoken now. So tomorrow don't be surprised. Say Buhari is kidnapping, hiding forever.
Is it possible that they
because they are inside the government. They are together. I can remember, is it Jonathan Reggie or something Reggie? He said the terrorists are inside my government. They are there.
I remember.
Before any information, they will leak it to them. Before our troops get to there, they will ambush our troops and they kill all of them. You could remember a certain time, our troops now reduced. They refuse to go to the battlefield. They drop their arms. Because they know if they are going either inside 500, maybe 2 will come back alive. Okay. And we are saying we are Nigeria. We are a vagabond in power.
Listen to one of our viewers.
Okay.
Yeah, good morning. Who is on the live chat this morning? Yes, you can respond to what we are doing today. You have 2 minutes to respond to most of the things we've discussed this morning. Who is online?
Well, good morning, good morning, good morning. Greetings, manners, and respect. All Nigerians out there. I don't care which tribe you're from. I just want to speak the truth to the people because a lot of times.
Okay, Mr. Levinati, you have 2 minutes. Thanks for calling in. You have 2 minutes to respond.
I'm just saying. See, many people in Nigeria don't really know what's going on. Yeah. Since 1960, they've been voting and voting and voting and voting. If we carry on like this, yeah, we're in 2022 now. I bet you 2099, everybody will still be here talking about PVC. You see me? Now, the truth is this, yeah? Nobody ever gets freedom handed to them. It is the people who need to stand up and fight for their own rights. You see me? Now, the bottom line is there is nothing called Nigeria. There is nothing called Nigeria. The only people who are still clinging on to Nigeria are the people who are benefiting from that gutter. Those people who are benefiting from that country that has no ambulance. Yeah? I don't want to come here all the time and talk about ambulance, yeah, but that's one of the standards that you can use to measure the quality of life of the people. Okay, so in summary, the bottom line is this. There is no Nigeria. Stop deceiving yourself, my people. The sooner you decide, Yoruba man, go and manage your Yoruba region. Biafra man, go and manage your Biafra region. Fulani Nigeria man, stay in your north and deal with your Fulani Nigeria business. Yeah, when the dust settles, Fulani man will get visa before he enter Lagos. Write it down today. Levi is telling you that. All right, that's the end of my story. All right, bless, guidance and respect. Ciao. Man, they make man vex, man.
Yeah, according to your word, I like your analysis because what we are trying to explain to us is really the fact that is happening here now. So we are all trying to make a solution because all us we can never leave Nigeria because Nigeria is our home. No matter the situation, we don't have another home to call Nigeria. We have to sit down together and forgive our sins and come back in the table because we are brothers and sisters. We are clean ourselves. And at the end of the day, where are we going? So we have to forget about the past and look about the future. But the future is simpler for you and I.
Okay, let's look at UN. Ask the federal government to release Nnamdi Kanu.
Okay, you see, let me tell you about UN. UN is a fucking motherfucking organization. The fucking and the fucking and the motherfucking organization.
Let's not use the F word. I told you.
See, let me tell you one thing. See, where is UN? Where Putin is killing Ukraine. Are you talking a human being? What about a nation? I'm in Nigeria. I'm seeing what is happening in the whole world. I know Nigeria is not good, nowhere is good. But what is happening in Ukraine? Why don't the whole world gather together and let Putin realize that what he's doing is wrong? I watched Al Jazeera the day before yesterday. I was crying inside of me. I was crying because I saw the killing was bad. And the killing continued. And you and I start telling Nigeria to release somebody somewhere. If there is a fucking language, let it be so. Please, because people are dying every day. Yeah. Children, women are dying. Putin is a vampire. The whole world is watching a vampire sucking innocent blood every day. And we are standing here. We are talking here because we are like, see, let us think about the other side. United Nations, where are you? Where are you? Don't you have capacity? Don't you have power? You are a worldwide organization. Let there be peace in Ukraine. First and foremost, please stop the killing of motherfucking home. We are killing my people over there. Nigeria is part of the situation. All the country is part of the situation. But that place is worse now.
Okay. Let's look at
go and sit down.
Let's look at on the Muslim ticket. Fayemi, governor of Ekiti State, says that it is not to undermine Christians.
See, the language I've already undermined. He has said us. See, Tinubu, he make a wrong decision. Let us be frank with ourselves. No matter the situation, your work and your deed will do it for you. Not somebody you say because of say Shetima will have a vote for you. That's why you now forget the Christianity hope. You lost. You lost away. Let us be frank, systematic frank with ourselves. Tinubu is a loser because millions of Nigerians are Christian. You don't stop them in the back. Why? We're not Muslim. That's why we are not recognized. We are the son of Jesus Christ of Nazareth, the King of the Jews. The I am that I am. We are the hope of the realm of the living Father. So you are you. So you should go on hell with your Muslim. That is not a cup of tea. You already failed. And you are a failure forevermore.
Okay, thank you, number one. What's the way forward?
The way forward is for us to use our PVC and go and vote and let people vote and let us change the situation of the government.
Okay, thank you very much. We have one more person online. If yes. You have 2 minutes to contribute to the program. Key. Yes.
Yeah, can you hear me?
You are live now.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, thank you very much for this opportunity that you give to me, and I want to thank everybody that is standing by and saying their own opinion. But there's one thing I want to tell Nigerians. I don't believe in separating the country will solve the problem. I don't believe if the South go, the West go, the East go will solve that problem. We have a character problem in Nigeria. Character of embezzlement, character of corruption, character of not obeying the rules and regulations of our constitution, character of not respecting the law, abiding citizen who respects law. I believe there's no country that will move forward without law. If there's no law, if that citizen of that country don't respect law, even the people in charge who are administrative to these offices to make sure that everything goes in order are not doing their duty, Nigeria or wherever, Biafra or wherever, Oduduwa will never work. Nigerians, we have to start learning how to respect law, what is right and what is bad. If not, we cannot solve the problem. Because even Tinubu, if he respects the law, he will never.
Okay, you have 1 minute.
My name is John Musa.
Thank you for calling, Mr. Keith. We have 2 minutes to contribute to the program. Thank you for your contribution. Okay.
My name is Mr. John Musa. They're supposed to kidnap Buhari and El-Rufai because they are the one that causes Wahala. APC is not a government. People are dying every day. People are dying. They are kidnapping people. They are chopping down. APC are eating our money. We use money to sponsor Buhari for how many years? Now they want to bring our person to waste our money again. We cannot work. May our parents starve. What is all old people? They enter government again. We need young boys. What they are afraid they very sharp.
Thank you very much. We are gradually coming to the close, the end of the program this morning. Thank you for being part of the program. I also want to appreciate all those that have called this morning. Let me not say, as many have called, Mr. Keys, thank you very much for being for making the program very, very interesting. Yes, nationwide blackout looms as electricity workers join the ASU protest. That's an update this morning. Nationwide blackout persists as electricity workers have indicated the plan to join the strike tomorrow. Remember, tomorrow 26 and next tomorrow 27, there will be a nationwide strike. The Nigeria's electricity workers on Sunday insisted that they would join the solidarity protest of the Nigeria Labour Congress Academic Staff Union and Academic Staff Union University strike. The decision means that Nigeria may witness another round of blackouts beginning from Tuesday. Power sector workers under the aegis of the National Union of Electricity Employees made their position known in a letter issued by the General Secretary Joe Ajero to the Vice President of State and Administrative Council chapter secretaries of the union. They are saying that all members of the union are enjoined to massively mobilize and actively participate in the NLC ASU solidarity protest against the continued closure of the nation's tertiary institutions, and it is scheduled for July 26th, that's tomorrow, and also 27th, next tomorrow. With that, we've come to the end of the program this morning. Bystanders at the newsstands. I am Christian Chico. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.